What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today for Muns Monday, I'm going to be doing another collection video. I apologize in advance if my voice is a little bit strange today. I've been battling some sinus issues and congestion, so I'm gonna do my best to project and speak clearly. Today I'm gonna be sharing with you my 3DS collection. This is actually the final collection in the current gen that I have, but in the future I plan on going back and doing some of the retro collections that I have for older systems and older consoles if you guys would like to see that. So without wasting any more time, we're gonna dive right into this and kick things off with our first title. So the very first game that I have is Samurai Warriors Chronicles. This was actually the very first title that I got for my 3DS, and I played it a good bit when I first got it, but honestly it has had quite the shelf life. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I had never played Ocarina of Time in full when it was released on the 64, so when they put it out for the 3DS, I thought, hey, it's time to jump in. I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan, and I absolutely understand the hype behind this title. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. I completed it 100%, and I just had a blast playing this game. I really recommend this one. Up next, another amazing game, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Quite the tongue twister. So I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. Obviously, I'm looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3. And if you're not quite savvy with Kingdom Hearts, this title is the bridging gap between the last and Kingdom Hearts 3. It's kind of sets up where the story's gonna go. So I absolutely enjoyed playing it. Having it on the go was an amazing experience. Everything about this game is great, and I just really liked it. Bravely Default by Square Enix, one of my favorite companies for games, was a really great experience. I didn't beat it, but I played a really good portion of it, and I really liked the unique system. I'm obsessed with job systems in any RPG. So seeing the characters, you know, switch costumes and get different abilities, I really liked the way that that functioned. It was different than other RPGs. The battle system was quite different, but I really enjoyed this. You guys already know that I'm a huge Fire Emblem fan, so I had to get Fire Emblem Conquest. I chose Conquest over Birthright because, first of all, I love the cover, but second of all, I heard that Conquest was going to be more for the experienced players. It was going to be more challenging, and it absolutely is. So I played Birthright all the way through because I ended up downloading it, and I still haven't finished Conquest all the way. I'm pretty far, but it's been a great experience, and it's a really fun Fire Emblem. Just as a side note, I also have Fire Emblem Awakening, but it's digital, so it's on my 3DS, and I love that game as well. Another Fire Emblem title, Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia. I really liked this game because I felt like, as opposed to the newer Fire Emblem entries like Fates and Awakening, this one kind of went back to the more traditional roots, which is what I grew up playing and loved so much about Fire Emblem. So I really enjoyed this title, and I like the characters and everything about it, and it's pretty challenging because I feel like it's a really stripped down title, so it definitely tests your wits and makes you have to think. I'm a huge Nintendo fan, obviously, and I'm a huge Mario sports fan. So Mario Golf World Tour, I got it at launch, and disappointingly, I really haven't played it like I thought I would. Not because I don't like it or don't enjoy it, it just kind of was like a bad time when I got it, and it ended up just kind of sitting, and I never really got back into it. So it's something I'll definitely return to one day. I just haven't had the opportunity to, but if you like Mario Golf games, it's definitely a great entry. You know from my previous two videos, yes, 2 videos in a row, that I absolutely love Smash Bros. So when they announced Smash Bros. For the 3DS, I was all about it. I got it at launch, and I love Smash Bros. I mean, what really can you say? It's one of the most perfect games in the world, so having it the palm of your hands on the go is just a miracle. I'm also a very big Pokemon fan, so I got Pokemon X for the 3DS, obviously. I loved this gen. I really enjoyed playing Pokemon X. I feel like it was pretty traditional. It felt, you know, very much what Pokemon should be, and I loved it. I actually enjoyed this one more than Black and White, because I want to say those were the 2 before it. I didn't really care for Black and White, but I absolutely loved X and Y. So, and of course, Pokemon Moon. So admittedly, I never beat Pokemon Moon. Again, probably one of those things that I got it when it came out. It really just was a bad time. However, in addition to the timing, to be honest, I don't care for it as much as other Pokemon games. I feel like the changes going away from the gym and just some of the unnecessary wackiness that they're starting to include in the newer Pokemon games, it just seems like overkill. I do love Rowlet. You know I love Decidueye. He's in my top 25 most wanted newcomers for Smash. He's one of my favorite Pokemon, but unfortunately the game he belongs to just isn't my favorite amongst the Pokemon series, so sorry. When I was younger, one of the games I always wanted to play was a Namco Cross Capcom, which never came to America, so I ended up rigging my PS2 to be able to play it, and that's a long story. But anyways, one of the crossover titles that did make it to America is Project Cross Zone. So when this game came out, I was so excited because I love Namco, I love Capcom. I do like Sega, not as much as the other two companies, but seeing them thrown in the mix with some of the characters that I do recognize and love was really fun. So having this really over-the-top tactical RPG really was a fun experience, and I love most of the characters in here, and it's just a really good game. So of course, I had to get Project Cross Zone 2. I actually got this for Christmas. I forgot to talk about how I got the other games, but most of the 3DS games I really did get myself, so there's really not an interesting story. But I did get this one for Christmas. I remember that. So Project Cross Zone 2, I got this from my grandma, and it's just as fun as the first one. It's got some fresh faces, it's got some returning faces, and it's still a very in-depth game, very long, lots of hours to get through this, but really fun. I really recommend it. So I have a really bad habit with iPhone games, obsessing over them for like a week, and then I delete them and never play them again. One of the games that has lasted on my phone, I don't currently have it downloaded, but I always want to go back and get it, is Puzzles & Dragons. So when they announced Puzzle & Dragons Z and Puzzle & Dragons Super Mario Edition for the 3DS, I was all about it. And I really love this game. I think it's so much fun. It feels just like Puzzles & Dragons, but it's on your 3DS. However, again, whatever is my deal with the timing and everything, I just didn't put in the hours that I feel like it deserves. So it's one that I always look at and I always see on my shelf. And I'm like, I'm gonna pick that up one day and I'm gonna get back into that one day. And I still haven't, but it is so much fun. If you love puzzle games and RPGs and collecting characters and evolving characters, it's a ton of fun, and I'm sure it's got hours and hours that you could put into it. Before I go over the last game that I have in my collection, I just want to say that I have had other titles that have disappeared or that I've sold and I don't know why. Some of those being Dead or Alive Dimensions, Animal Crossing New Leaf, and Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. So the very last title that I have in my 3DS collection I actually got for Christmas just this past year, and it is RPG Maker FES or FES, I'm not really sure. I'm just gonna say FES. So I love RPG Maker for the PC. And growing up, I always thought I would go to school to be a video game designer and developer, and I still would love to do that. I feel like time is slipping away and I will never get to do that. But this kind of lets me live out those crazy dreams of being able to make a video game. So I really enjoy the RPG Maker series. I feel like it really gives you the opportunity to explore your passion, your creativity, and then being able to share it with your friends and be like, hey, look, play this, I made this, I created this. It's a really cool and innovative title. So I really enjoy it. I don't really feel like it's a game as much as it is a software, because you're creating games. So I really like that. It's not for everybody. You have to be in the zone to play it because it's not a game. It requires thought, requires planning. You have to think, you have to design. So if you're not into that thing, you would hate it. But if you are, and it's totally up your alley, then I absolutely recommend RPG Maker FES. Well guys, that's my 3DS collection. Let me know below what your favorite 3DS title is, and if there's one on the list that you didn't see that you think I should get. As you've seen before, I am a huge Nintendo fan, so I love my Switch, I love my 3DS, and I have literally every Nintendo console before that. I also did a video for my Nintendo Switch collection, which I will link at the end of this one, so you can check that out if you haven't already. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video going over my 3DS collection. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, it really does help. Subscribe down below, hit the bell icon so that you know when I upload if it's not on Monday. And until next time guys, I will see you really, really soon.